Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. I saw in the chat got going, Doug Bouchon, you're up first, then Jeremy, and then we'll go from there.
Hi, Adam. Good to see you. Hey, can you talk a little bit about some keys for yourself offensively, headed down the stretch of the season, and also talk to the fact that a high percentage of your shots are coming from three. Has the staff talked to you a little bit about getting to the basket more often or getting some mid-range shots?
Oh yeah, the big goal, make shots, knock down shots, and I feel like I've been up and down with that. But I just been trying to help the team win. Finding my spots, trying to get back in that rhythm. But yeah, they talked about me about where my shots are at, and just keep trying to make plays. I think that's the big thing for me. Just keep trying to go out there and make plays, and trying to get back in my rhythm, and just be me and who I am. They're doing a good job of helping me get back into that rhythm. So I feel like it's going to be a better burst coming out, starting out with this game, actually.
In high school, you got to the rim quite a bit, finished above the rim. Is it a lot different at college level, trying to take college players to the basket and scoring at the rim?
Yeah, it's a lot of read base, and I think it's with me is passing up a good shot for a better shot. That's most of the time the read for me. Not maybe sometimes because I at the start of the season I'd take up some good threes, and then I was like, okay, I got to take that shot, and then taking some good shots, and I could drive it for a better shot. Just finding that in the middle, trying to get in between of trying to find better shots is always key for me. So I'm trying to do that now.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, Adam, I just want to kind of get your thoughts on, almost 20 games into your college career. You signed up to play for a Big Ten contender. You're right in Big Ten contention, starting for them. What has this experience been like so far as a freshman?
I get to learn a lot. I'm not like one of those freshmen on a bad team. I'm on a really good team, and I have vets on my team too. Well, really, the whole team are high-level players. A lot of guys that can play pro or any pro level overseas, anywhere. So I'm learning a lot from these guys. Trent, that's my big brother. He's teaching me a lot of the little things. Io, of course, he's a pro. Of course, he's showing me little things, how to come off the ball screens right, little reads, and just telling me what he wish he knew when he was a freshman, and that's going to help me to better my career here at the University of Illinois. So, just learn little things from the older guys, I feel like it's helping me.
How do you approach that, Adam? Because being one of the best players wherever you've played, right? Usually you're the star or whatever, and you'll probably eventually be that. But how do you kind of approach taking that all in while helping the team win now to your long-term goals, I guess?
I feel like that's the journey of every basketball player. Sometimes you got older guys, and sometimes it's their time, but just finding a way to apply yourself and helping the team win, and bring in your best foot forward and showing everybody, yo, I'm capable of this, and I'm productive too. So, I think I'm trying to find a fine line in between that, and just really trying to help the team win, and trying to get a ring at the end of the day.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, Adam, kind of following up there on Jeremy. Obviously, I'm sure you're proud of the team's record, but what are you most proud of individually this year? What are you proud of jumping into college basketball individually that you've done?
I'm probably proud of most of my stuff. Keep my head on straight, keep my mental good, because that's a big piece. Just staying focused, staying locked in. Everybody has ups and downs. It can get to people's heads, but I stay locked in since day one. I think that's the best thing for me, being able to stay locked in.
You always finished well with Morgan Park, and you always talked about the March Madness. Do you feel that now? Is there a different feeling among the team now that we're in February than perhaps back in November when we tipped off? Do you feel kind of that sense of urgency of finishing strong?
Yeah, the Big Ten, honestly, is the hardest conference. You look at all the teams that's top in the rankings, you're going to see a lot of Big Ten teams. So, being in a hard conference like this, you're going to lose a couple games. You're going to lose games here and there. Every night's going to be a battle. So I feel like we're coming together at the right time. This is my first time, playing college basketball. I feel like we're coming together at the right time. And I feel like we're just coming together. Everybody's peaking at the right time. Coaches are on point. scouts are on point. So I just feel like we are at our best points, try to go and win the Big Ten tournament and get to the Final Four.
If I can get a quick third one, everyone in Peoria wants to know about the hair. Why the hair change and what precipitated that?
I really wanted to dye it all blonde the first time when I had the tips. I really wanted to do it all the first time, but this time I just went ahead and did it. I wanted to get like the OBJ color when he had his dye. That's what I was going for, So I guess, yeah, some people like it, some people don't, but I like it. So that's all that matters.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Adam, it looks like defensively, you're really comfortable on that end. What's been your process of evolving, as a college defender here in your first 20 or so games?
Just applying myself in practice, making sure I get the most reps. Every time we're going through defense, I try to stay out the longest so I can get, that keeps you on the floor. You can't score the ball, you got to be able to defend it. So, I try to do that the most. That helps us win. Keeps me on the floor. You can't make a shot every night. So, you got to defend. And I don't know, it just helps me out because it was hard trying to learn like their concepts. And I was so confused at the start. And I was like a dodo at first. I could defend the ball now, but learning like the concepts and then being in the gaps and, coming over baseline, like learning those new things was kind of hard for me. So I just stayed in the gym and I put myself in every rep so I could get to it. So I caught on kind of fast.
Was there like an aha moment for you where it all kind of came together, or is this just a process of building each day?
It was a process for sure at first, but I'd say like probably like 10 games in, I kind of got the feel. First couple games, I wouldn't say the first couple of games, I was a pretty good defender. Then we started playing better competition, I would say. And I was like, yo, wow, it's kind of hard guarding these guys, because the sets, you in help, you fall asleep. Somebody's coming off a off-ball screen, and they're setting the screen, and they're ripping off the screen. So, just staying locked in is really the biggest key and never falling asleep.
Appreciate it, Adam.
Adam, you mentioned, learning a lot from Trent, looking up to him kind of as a big brother. Just how much has he helped you defensively then, as a guy that, has kind of dedicated himself to that end of the court in the last few years?
Oh, Trent, he's a great defender. Honestly, if not the best, one of the best defenders in the country by far. And, he holds me accountable. Every time I mess up or I do something wrong, he tells me about this, he tells me about that. He tells me we got to be better. What comes with that, we got head to head sometimes. Like we go back and forth, and on offense, I'll try to go at him. On offense, he try to go at me. So, just building a bond with each other and just making each other better and competing. I feel like that's the best bond. We just compete with each other and it makes each other better. And our bond grew like that.
So maybe, finding your way defensively, figuring things out, how much has that maybe been important to figuring out, your overall role, with this team, especially knowing, Coach Underwood sort of emphasizes defense maybe more than anything?
Oh yeah, defense. I mean, every team I've played on, like every coach has emphasized defense ever since I was little. So, I knew it was key. Just staying locked in, like Coach tells me, just stay locked in. You don't have to be guarding these guys this night. So I just got to be able to stay locked in and make sure, like, when it comes down to it, got to get a stop.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, I know that after Iowa's triple-double, you posted he's the hardest working guy you've ever seen. You've been in a title chase before with him. Just what do you notice about him, particularly during this last stretch as you're chasing something important?
Well, I got a story. When I went to Morgan Park, when I first when I first played with Io, him and his dad would be in the gym after every practice. And I mean, like, if you know Nick Irvin, we had 3 hour, like practices like hour-long practices, and even just running, like nonstop running, constant running, playing defense, scrimmaging for like 2 hours, like nonstop. And he'll still find like time to get like an hour workout in. He'll get his shots up. And when you see, especially like for me, because like I'm a hard worker, but like I find like different times here and there to get my work in. But when you see somebody like nonstop, like grinding, you kind of like get a respect for them. Like, so like when you see him like going off and doing what he do, you see why. Like I understand it. So when he does it, it's like, oh, that's second nature to him because like, or if he misses, I'm like, oh, I don't really care if he misses because I see him work on that 100 times. So, I built a bond with him ever since I was younger. Just seeing him work like that, it was just like I could tell he was bound for great.
How beneficial do you think this one more year of you guys together can be really for each of you? Clearly you being here can help him elevate and achieve a Big Ten title and beyond. And also you just this year with him to learn from him and go on this chase together.
It's going to be beneficial for both of us. Of course, Io is a pro, but like he knows he has unfinished business here, and we're chasing that Big Ten championship. I'm right with him. Whole team, Kofi, Trent, Georgie, DeMonte, Coleman, Andre, we're all chasing the whole team. So, they're leading us the right way, and I feel like we're coming around at the right time.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep.
I'll hop in with follow up here. After the Wisconsin game, you guys didn't know necessarily who you were going to play next, and then this Nebraska game gets added to the schedule. What was that period like, where you just didn't have any idea what was next for the season?
I think we're kind of used to it now with COVID. COVID's kind of junky, messing up everything. But I mean, early in the season, one of our games got canceled also. So I think we're kind of used to it. Now when that happens, we just have like days for us where we work on our own things. It's not really scout based. We just get back to the basics and work on what made us great. So, I feel like we take advantage of even those days that we're not playing. We find ways to, grind it out and still continue to get better. So I feel like that's the big key. That's actually like the coaches help us out, like scheduling, practice, and having our own days. It's just making us better as a team. So, we find ways to still contribute to our success, even though we're not playing the game.
Thank you.
Adam, I had a quick follow-up. How does a defensive, like when the team goes on a big run defensively, you're getting stop after stop, how does that compare to when you guys are on like a heater on offense? Is there a similar feeling there?
Yeah. I feel like a defensive stop, like kills, we call them kills when we get 3 stops in a row. I feel like that's better because there's nothing like I said, because being on the heater is good, but because they could be on the heater too, and they could it's just back and forth, you don't know. But when you're stopping them and they can't score and you see them just like, oh, exhausted, like that's probably the best feeling. Like, because when you got a puppy, you can't play with it. So I feel like that's my motto. So it's gonna lick you. So I feel like stops are the best thing because they can't score. So I mean, we're gonna score. We're gonna find ways to score. We're gonna do that anyway. We got Kofi, Io. I mean, we got too many pieces.
Appreciate it, Adam.
Okay, it sounds like that's everything that you guys have for Adam today. So we're gonna pause here. Thanks, Adam, for your time, and we'll get started shortly with Coach.